like 15 minutes. Okay.
Hello.
Okay, good. Do you have any preference on that stuff back here?
Not really. My wife kept me that book and she...
What am I saying?
But they learn pretty quick when I feel to learn
Okay.
from those classes. Because they'd be out there all night.
Yeah.
What is going on with them over there? 2 in the morning and
Oh, it's all the time?
like all the time? I thought I was.
And they have a majority, I think. There was a voting block anyway, I believe.
Yeah, plug. Yeah, there's two. Actually, they voted people like what? There's two.
Yeah,
It's a shame. They're
all over the board.
Yeah, I'm telling you. We went to the,
and then you got this one.
the ribbon cutting for the new highway.
Yeah,
I didn't get to drive it.
another one that's-
opening up that little block, but
it is open now?
it is open.
Okay.
now.
That's a
We
no-brainer.
need to do that tomorrow.
Just go drive it, see where it comes out.
Four?
Yeah, it's out between Lake Dallas and Guyer High School.
Either two. All right.
And I saw the road goes north of there. So,
Really nice drive.
Mhm.
Country.
Yeah. What do we got? You ready?
It's 7 o'clock, and we do have a quorum, so go ahead and call the city council meeting to order. First items on the agenda is we'll have our invocation by Councilman Watts, and then we'll do the pledge to both our American and Texas flags.
Please join me in prayer. Our Father in heaven, we thank you for this day that you've blessed us with. We're thankful for all the blessings that you give to each one of us. We are indeed a blessed people, and we ask your forgiveness when we take so many things for granted that we do have. Particularly mindful of the changing of the seasons, and we thank you for the cooler air and the nice weather lately. For this time of year, we're reminded of the blessing that it is to live in a free country and to live in a democracy and the form of government that we have, where we have the right and the opportunity to select those who would govern us. We pray that we never take that right for granted, for there are those around the world who would give anything to have it. We ask your blessings and your protection on our armed forces who are serving to defend those rights. We ask you grant them victory over our enemies and bring them home to their families and to their country as soon as possible. For all those who serve in elected office, we ask that you bless us with humility and wisdom, that we may determine the right course of action to take on behalf of those who have elected us to serve them. We ask all this in your Son's name. Amen.
Amen. Tonight, I'm going to ask one of our veterans, Mr. John E. Dorlbeck. Sir, if you would come down and lead us in both the pledge to our American and then to our Texas flag, we appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Mr. Dorlbeck, you'll just stay there, please, sir. I've got something special for you. That's the reason I asked you if you would come down, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Stand up here with me if you would. You know, as you know, I think all of us agree that probably none of us would be here tonight if it were not for our veterans over the years who have served us so unselfishly and valiantly throughout the years. Mr. Dorlbeck is one of our veterans, and tonight I want to present him with a proclamation because this coming Thursday, not this Thursday, excuse me, but the 11th, week from Thursday, is Veterans Day. And we want to honor our veterans and remind everyone the true service they've given us through their lives and through their families and through their commitment to this community. With that, whereas throughout United States history, Americans have kept a special place of honor in their hearts for our veterans. And for more than 70 years, we have set aside each November 11th to recognize the men and women who have so valiantly served America. And whereas, since the first days of our independence, brave Americans have stepped forward to protect our country and promote our ideals. Some 50 million men and women from every corner of our country and from every walk of life have served in our nation's armed forces. and 42 million of them have done so under hostile conditions. And whereas the city of Louisville has among its workforce many employees who served in the United States Armed Forces, some fighting those very conflicts, and the others standing ready during times of peace to put themselves at risk on behalf of all Americans. And whereas some of the city of Louisville employees are current military reservists subject to activation in time of national need, including some who have been called to active duty during the past several years. And whereas our nation and our community owe our veterans a profound debt of gratitude and a deep appreciation for the duties they have discharged. And now, therefore, I, Dean Euchert, Mayor of the City of Louisville, along with the members of the City Council and all citizens, do hereby acknowledge November 11, 2010 as Veterans Day. I exhort all citizens of Louisville to join with me in this salute as we express our gratitude to those who have served and to those who are now serving to protect our nation in freedom, proclaimed this first day of November 2010. Once again, I want to thank you for your service, all you've done over the years. We appreciate you very much.
Thank you very much.
Let's get a couple pictures, and I'll let you say a few words if you'd like to. Would you like to say a few words?
Yes, I would.
Go right ahead.
As Commander of Post, VFW Post 9168, which is right down here around the corner on 121, we're going to have a flag raising there on November 11th in honor of our veterans. And as a veteran myself, I served in Vietnam in 65 and 66 for 14 months over there, and was one of the ones that got wounded over there, but fortunately I made it back. I can give you 160,000 reasons why we need to celebrate Veterans Day, because that's how many new veterans are going to be coming back from the Gulf Wars and Afghanistan and Iraq and all this that's happening today. And we wouldn't have this freedom that we have today to come and go as we please if it wasn't for these veterans. So I ask each and every one of you to help support that VFW post down there so these people have a home to come to when they come back, and people they can talk to and relate to and share experiences with, and maybe help take some grief off of them where maybe other people don't understand what they went through, but the veterans do. And I want to thank you all for allowing me to be here, and thank you, Mayor, very much.
Thank you, sir. We're sure glad you made it back.
Thank you.
I can tell you that Mr. Dorbeck is right. When you go down there to our VFW hall, those people just light up when they see a new face come in, and you ask them just tell a little bit about themselves. They're very readily available to tell you something about what they've done with their life and how they take pride and honor in serving our country. So if you get a chance to drop by out there and see them. Next item on the agenda is item number 1, public hearing, consideration of an ordinance for a zone change request from agriculture open space to light industrial district zoning on 1.99 acres located on the west side of Hopefords Prairie Road on West Hill Lane, further identified as Tract 25 of the P. Higgins Survey, Abstract 525, as requested by Jose Torres, the property owner. The applicant would like to rezone in order to build a new office warehouse for his drywall business. This property is contiguous with the other tracts zoned LI. A site plan and plat would be required to develop this property for the proposed business. The Planning and Zoning Commission voted 5-0 in favor of the zone change request at their October 5, 2000 meeting. Recommendation of staff is that we approve the proposed ordinance amended the Louisville City Code, Chapter 17, comprehensive zoning ordinance set forth in above. Councilman Watts? I don't have any cards. Anyone that's filled out to speak?
We need to just close the public hearing first.
Second. Have a motion to close the public hearing by Councilman Watts, second by Councilman Durham. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Councilman Watts, you want to go ahead?
Move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Councilman Watts, a second by Councilman Guarina. Councilor?
This is an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Louisville, Texas, that amends the zoning ordinance of the City of Louisville, Texas, granting zoning changes on the 1.99 acres located over several tracts of land fully and completely described in the attached Exhibit A. ordering a change in the use of said property from agricultural open space district zoning to light industrial district zoning, correcting the official zoning map, preserving all other portions of the zoning ordinance, providing a clause relating to severability, determining that the public interest and general welfare demand a zoning change and amendment therein made, providing a penalty, and declaring an emergency.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 2 is a public hearing, consideration of an ordinance for a zone change from light industrial to warehouse on 12.074 acres located on the south side of Business State Highway 121 east of Valley Ridge Boulevard, further identified as the eastern portion of the Thompson Addition, Lot 1, Block A, Tract 26 of the VR Sutton Survey, Abstract 1153, as requested by Mitch Dudley Enterprises, Inc., the property owner. Currently, a portion of the property is being used for RV and boat storage and processing and/or storage of wood chips, firewood, and mulch. Warehouse zoning allows for a greater flexibility in the use of the property specifically relating to outside storage, whereas LI zoning only allows 10% of the lot to be used for outside storage. Warehouse zoning does not have that limitation. In order to mitigate the outside storage issue, the applicant has offered and has filed deed restrictions for the property, which would limit the use of the property to the current boat and RV storage and would allow only up to 10% of the lot or 1.2074 acres, whichever is less, to be used for the purpose of processing and/or storage of mulch, wood chips, firewood, stone, and dirt, and for the storage and operation of equipment related to such uses associated with one of Mr. Dudley's other businesses on the property. The Planning and Zoning Commission voted 5-0 in favor of the zone change request at the October 5, 2010 meeting. I do have one card here filled out by Steve Holmeyer. He is here to answer any question, is in support of this item, and here to answer any questions if Council might have any questions. Councilman Grena?
Move to close public hearing.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Grena to close public hearing, a second by Councilman Tierney. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Councilman Grena?
Go ahead and move to approve.
Second.
I have a motion to approve by Councilman Grena and a second by Councilman Tierney. Councilor?
This is an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Louisville, Texas, that amends the zoning ordinance of the City of Louisville, Texas, granting zoning changes on the 12.074 acres located over several tracts of land fully and completely described in the attached Exhibit A, ordering a change in the use of said property from light industrial district zoning to warehouse district zoning, correcting the official zoning map, preserving all other portions of the zoning ordinance, providing a clause relating to severability, determining that the public interest and general welfare demand a zoning change and amendment therein made, providing a penalty, and declaring an emergency.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is our Visitor Citizens Forum. At this time, any person with business before the council not scheduled on the agenda may speak to the council. No formal action can be taken on these items at this meeting. I do not have any cards filled out by anyone. So next item is the consent agenda. All the following items on the consent agenda are considered to be self-explanatory by the council and will be enacted with one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a council member or citizen so requests. For a citizen to request removal of an item, a speaker card must be filled out and submitted to the city secretary. I do not have any requests to remove any items. Councilman Durham?
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion to approve the consent agenda by Councilman Durham, second by Councilman Grena. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 6, consideration of a variance to Louisville City Code, Chapter 6, Land Development, Section 6-92, Sidewalks, and Chapter 6, Landscape Requirements for Section -124, Landscaping regarding Mary's Southern Cuisine, located at 385 Storage Court, as requested by Thomas Hoover Engineering, LLC, representing the owner. The variance request was approved by the City Council on December 21, 2009. However, construction never commenced, and according to the ordinance, Article 5, Section 6-71B, the engineering site plan with variances expired and has been resubmitted. The General Development Ordinance requires landscaping and sidewalk parallel to the public rights-of-way. The proposed location for Mary Southern Cuisine and Entertainment has frontage along the I-35 Stemmons Service Road, which is within the 100-year floodplain. In addition, the area is bridged by the service road, eliminating any access from the service road. Once the I-35 expansion takes place, it is staff's understanding that the state will provide a pedestrian way on the bridge that will provide connectivity to the existing sidewalks on the neighboring properties outside the floodplain. Recommendation of staff is to approve the requested variance as set forth in the caption. I do have one card filled out here by Manny Davis, who is in support of this and is here to answer any questions as the owner of Mary Southern Cuisine and answer any questions if you had of them. Councilman Tierney?
Move to approve.
Second.
Have a motion to approve by Councilman Tierney, second by Councilman Watts. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Next item is consideration of variance to Louisville City Code, Chapter 6, Landscape Requirements, Section 6-124, landscaping regarding Metro Auto Auction located 1836 Midway Road, is requested by Von Bucher, G&A Consultants, Inc., representing the owner. Metro Auto Auction is proposing to occupy the former location of Louisville Auto Auction and will be adding additional buildings and improvements to the site. When the property was originally platted in 1990, the engineering site plan requirements for landscape strip was 5 feet. On the frontage along Midway Road, Metro Auto Auction is requesting to leave a portion of the existing 5-foot strip and build a 15-foot strip on the rest. Staff recommends approval of this variance. Recommendation staff is to approve the variance request as set forth in the caption. I do once again have one card filled out by a Matthew Moore, St. Moore, and he is here in support and here to answer any questions that you might have. He is with Metro Auto Auction. Councilman Thornhill.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll go ahead and make a motion that we approve the request with the variance.
Have a motion to approve by Councilman Thornhill, a second by Councilman Tierney. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 8 is consideration of dates for the annual City Council retreat. Each year, the council retreat is normally held on a Thursday through Saturday time frame during the first or second week of February. The Super Bowl is the weekend of February 3rd through 5th. That is one weekend. Another weekend is February 10th through 12th, and another weekend is February 17th through 19th. We have a couple options here where to hold it, either at the Hilton Garden Inn here in Louisville or over next door at the Medical Center of Louisville Grand Theater conference room we have over there. Councilman Watts.
We talked about this in workshop, and I think everybody was in agreement on the weekend of February 10th through the 12th at the MCL Grand Theater. So I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
We have a motion to hold the retreat on February 10th through 12th at the Grand Theater. And the second that was by Councilman Watts, second by Councilman Thornhill. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. 9 is consideration of a resolution adopting a representative to the Denton County Transportation Authority Board of Directors and appointing Claude King and Steve Backus as alternate representatives to the Denton County Transportation Authority Board of Directors. On November 6, 2006, Council first appointed Charles Emery to the Denton County Transportation Board of Directors by resolution. Council then reappointed him to a second term on November 8, 2008 by resolution. Mr. Emery's current term will expire on November 12th. Mr. Emery is willing to serve an additional 2-year term as Louisville representative if the council so desires. This resolution also extends the terms of City Manager Claude King and Assistant City Manager Steve Backus and as alternate representatives for 2 years. As it says, we did talk to Mr. Emery, and he is willing to serve. Councilman Grena?
Move to approve.
To approve as recommended there?
Move it, yes.
Okay.
Recommend Charles Emery to continue.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilman Grena to approve the recommendation of staff, and a second by Councilman Watts. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Reports. Nika, Bob, Chief Lasky, Linda, Chief Kerbo. Anything going on? Donna, going on down the road? Anybody got anything? Here we go.
Good job, guys. Keep it up.
Councilman Durham.
Nothing, Mayor.
Councilman Randa.
I'm going to have to say something. I think the Parks Department did a great job with the extravaganza
this last Saturday night, the Halloween thing. Had a ton of kids out there. Great place to have it at the Railroad Park. Excellent event. Thank you.
Councilman Watt.
Also a good event on the Parks Department, the tree planting Saturday morning out at Railroad Park, and glad to be out there. It was a good day, and go Rangers.
City Manager, Mr. King.
I have several reports.
Yeah, well, they'll see you later. Councilman Thornhill.
Good luck to the Rangers tonight.
Nothing, sir.
Counselor, Julie. I also want to extend our wishes to, or our good wishes and well wishes to the City of Highland Village, who had their grand opening of $24.99 Saturday, and that was a big thing for them, and they're all excited. So that'll bring more people into our community. We appreciate it. With that, in accordance to
Government Code, Section...
Yeah, you're close. Texas Government Code, Section D, subchapter 551.071, anticipated litigation regarding CoServe Electric. Section 551.072, property acquisition. Section 551.087, deliberation regarding economic development negotiations. We're hereby adjourned to executive session.
Hey, Bob, what night of the week is
Quick.
Well,
I need to be a radio then.